dismissed every accomplishment I've made. You've talked about my father. Well, you call me an entitled millennial, I call you a carny succubus, because the dirty secret about you, the dirty secret is you need this generation more than it needs
What
you.
up, y'all? It's KB the Sexy Ninja in the sexy place. I forgot my lines. But what up, y'all? It's KB the Sexy Ninja in the place to be for a Paper Saber universe, and this is the New World Podcast. I promise you, we're talking about Dynamite, March 12th, 2025. We're in Fresno, California at the Save Mart Center. Tony Taz Excalibur on commentary, and we got JR that joins him at the end. I don't know why it bugs me so much. I really don't know why when they do that, when they bring out JR. Because it's like, just keep him for the whole damn show. It kind of gets distracting. Just saying. But this Dynamite is packed. I mean, packed. We got the Dynasty Eliminator Tournament starting, and it started in the last hour of the show. Fun fact, I missed the end of the show because they basically gave the main event like 10 minutes, and it went over, and my DVR shut off. So I was like, damn it. So I had to finish the rest of the show on YouTube. God bless YouTube. We started off with Kenny Omega. He just won that new international championship, and that's what this Dynasty Eliminator Tournament is. It's 3 matches tonight, and he welcomes the best to come and fight him. Let the tournament begin, basically. But he was dressed like he was on vacation. That's what made me laugh, because I was like, oh, well, that's cool, my guy. Like, shorts, no sleeves t-shirt. Yeah, that's a sign of a champion. I don't know why it bugged me, but it bugged me. And then I had somebody who I dropped one of the reviews on TikTok. I had somebody who commented, and this is when I was like watching this and trying to put out the clip for the NXT Roadblock show I did, and I really enjoyed the Oba Femi and Moose match. And this guy commented, "Well, counting the 10 botches," I was like, get a life. If you're going to sit there, even at AEW, they botch. I have a clip that I'm going to share with on TikTok here soon when I was watching this show. There's botches. There's some that are really obvious and they're just really bad. And yes, we can talk about them. But I thought Oba and Moose did a great job. Yeah, there was little hiccups here and there, but man, they kept that crowd alive. They kept that crowd going, and that's what a freaking, that's what this show is. Like, that's what we're doing here, And I really enjoyed the hell out of that match, and that guy texted me, "Oh, there's 10 botches." I'm like, do you literally sit there and be like, oh, 1 botch, 2 botch, 3 botch, 4 botch, 5 botch, 6 botch, 7 botch? Like, do you sit there and watch and maybe write with the pen? I have to count every single one just so I can be on the internet and show somebody when I'm typing and be like, look here, there was 10 botches in that match and it made it. Get a life. Go get a life. Seriously. You're telling me you're sitting there and counting every single one. It's like, yep, Mark 1. Oh, 10 botches. This match is no good. And here I got a botch tonight. We'll talk about it when we get to it. That was pretty funny. But yeah, Kenny Omega welcomes the best of the best. The Ops versus Squash Gang. Ops get the win. Well, Kenny is walking out, and Shibata is part of this tournament that's going to be on Collision, and I think Ricochet is facing Shibata, I believe. It's kind of obvious who's going to win. Like who's moving forward in these tournament matches. And then they're going to go to a fatal 4-way to see who will face Kenny at Dynasty April 6th, and then still all in July 12th. Okay. All right. Get yourself together, big head boy. Ricochet promo, had a great match with Swerve, and he did it, because he's in the tournament. Swerve at Revolution, after him getting the win, Cope kind of confronts him, interrupts him, and he's like, who could be facing either me or Mox because no one pinned me. And I was curious about that. I was curious, like, why are we protecting Cope with Christian cashing in? I was curious about that. Very curious. Like, why would we do this? And this is why. Because we get a Mox promo afterwards. You tried to kill me. There's a rematch. Street fight. And I'm like, whoa, hold on. So Cope gets at Mox again. Oh, I really hope Cope doesn't win. I was very happy when he didn't win. I was like, okay, now we can move on. Now we got Mox and Swerve to build to for April 6th. Let me look at my calendar. That's, a week prior to WrestleMania. And we got hold on, I'm looking at my calendar here. 1, 2, 3 weeks. We could build with Swerve and Moxley instead of wasting our time with the rematch. A street fight, nonetheless. It's just... we got Hologram and Hobbs versus Cage and Dralistico with Beast Mortos there and Harley Graham. I think this was the match. Was this the match? I gotta look at my phone. No, I'm trying to remember. No, I think it was this match where came down with the arm, elbow drop, and he just completely misses. Yeah. It was pretty funny. But Hologram and Hobbs get the win, and I like Harley Graham. Give me that action figure. But here comes Archer. Here comes Davis, They're like, yeah, we're here to cause havoc and cause harm to Hobbs and Hologram and everything like that. We got the Hurt Syndicate with backstage. They are doing an interview at Revolution, and MVP gave Shelton Benjamin and Mr. Bobby Lashley the week off, said, go enjoy yourself, Then we get a Toni Storm promo, got a heart around it. This was my moment of the night. And I like when she's like, I'm no pussy. I was like, oh, such a great, strong promo. This tramp is still our champ. Toni Storm is timeless, and I just love Toni Storm. I like the I'm no pussy line. But Megan Bayne, I wrote eye roll, attacks Tony, and I'm like, is this really her next threat? And my wife's like, who's Megan Bayne? It's like, Jade Cargill 2.0. That's all I can break it down to. This is Tony's answer to replace that void of what Jade Cargill left behind, being the big dominant female character and everything like that. And Megan Bayne has done nothing really to make me go, oh, she deserves to fight Toni Storm. Shit, a Willow Nightingale deserves to fight a Toni Storm. We got Athena, who deserves the title, and it's just like we got all these things that are laid out on the table, then you just give us Megan Bayne being the next threat for Toni Storm, and I haven't heard Megan Bayne talk yet, so Toni can talk, and if they're going to start building this up to Dynasty, it's probably going to be one-sided and kind of boring. But then we get our first match of the night after the first hour. We get our Dynasty Eliminator Tournament match, Beast versus Speedball. Welcome, Speedball. He is all elite. Looking great in this match. This match was very fun. When Speedball gets the win, he moves on. As soon as he came out, I was like, okay, we know who's winning this. So welcome, Speedball, to All Elite Wrestling. I hope they treat you well. We have Renee with Christian. And Nick steps to daddy. He tells him, like, you're creating excuses, you're creating lies. You were supposed to do this for us and our family and everything. Christian gets in his face. He's like, well, if I didn't do that, just doing the dead father shtick again. And Nick standing up to Christian, I was like, okay. I think I'm okay with this because they've been really mooching off this storyline that's been going nowhere. We finally got the stupid contract thing out of the way. It's gone. We don't have to worry about it. We can move on, which I thought we're doing with Mox. We get Lexi, who finds MJF at Revolution, yelling at the mirror, "You're a loser!" This poor man's mental health. But we do get an MJF segment. He comes out. He's like, hey, I'm going to still do what I need to do, and blah, 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 blah. Then here comes MVP. Will MJF join the Hurt Syndicate? I already see people posting up when Owen Hart joined the Nation of Domination, like MJF with the Hurt Syndicate. But I was like, ooh, that's interesting. I would probably go for that. But MVP comes out there, shares some really great stories with MJF, and MJF tells him, hey, I don't need your advice. I don't need your card, blah, blah, blah. He goes, I was the champion, was, blah, 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 blah. And MVP was like, maybe you should focus on the word was. Kind of made MJF stop, take the card, put it in his pocket. So MJF joining the Hurt Syndicate? Yes. We get another Dynasty tournament, Max versus Takeshita. I'm glad this was quick. Takeshita whooped that ass. We got a Jericho promo. Who's the luchador, the space luchador? Just like a spaceman. I guess his mask was taken by Jericho, and Jericho's cutting his promo with the mask in his hand, and I didn't even pay attention. Honestly, I think I was clipping my fingers and toenails and everything. Just, I don't want to hear this. Jericho, just go away. Willow versus Penelope. This was fun for what it was, and Willow gets the win. And after it gets attacked by Penelope afterwards, and I will say this kind of made me laugh. I watched the TikTokers, the YouTubers, reactions. And I was told that's the route I should go with this podcast, because people like watching everyone's reaction. But I like talking more, and I love the audio side of podcasting very, very much. I just really do. And I did visuals for a bit, but I just feel like reaction videos are just so fake. I was watching this one, I scrolled across this one person, and I knew this person's fairly new. And they're watching. Oh my God! Why is Chris Statlander coming out there? Oh, what? I was like, well, Willow and Chris were friends, and they were trying to. Chris is trying to mend her friendship with Willow, but they did have a big It's just obviously you're not watching the product. Why are you reacting to it? You can react to anything you want. Go right ahead, boo boo. But it's just those sort of things. I'm just like, it's kind of cringy. I just saw this person oh my God, why is Chris there? Oh my God, no. I was like, I do that in my own home, but I don't need to film myself doing it. But we're in a new world. It's all about reactions and everything like that, and it does provide entertainment. It does provide that content. So who am I, some big head boy talking here, huh? But so Willow was attacked. Chris tried to, and then here comes Megan Bain again. Renee with Mercedes Moné, and here comes Billy Starks, and I'm like, man, Billy, I don't know what they're doing with you. I don't know why you're Mercedes Moné's next challenge. I feel like Mercedes Moné can move on to a Toni Storm. I would be okay with that because Moné's just been toting around those championship belts. Yeah, Billy Starks and Moné sounds awesome, right? Sure. We get a Will Ospreay promo. He's with Tony Schiavone. He's banged up. He's talking about how his wife was mad that he climbed the cage and everything like that. But Will Ospreay's telling us hey, we do I did this and my wife got mad at me but I'm going to all in July 12th. That's the goal. That's what I want to do. Whoever's the champion, I will face him and get back to being Will Ospreay on another level. And after he does his thing, we get Renee backstage, and Jay White's like, nah. I'm the one that's going to go all in. I was like, yes, Jay White. Where's Jay White been? He's just been here and there with the Cope story and this and that. I want Jay White to get a little bit more respect. We got Renee with Hangman Adam Page, and then MJF bumps into them, and I'm like, I thought this was done. I thought this was over. Please let it be over. I will see these two fight again. Because they did have a great... That was one of my favorite matches of Revolution. But I feel like we can move on. Just saying. The final match of the night that I didn't get to finish until I saw it on YouTube. Orange Cassidy versus Hechicero. This is where they brought JR on commentary. And Orange Cassidy got the win. This was a fun match for what it was. Pockets, as Mr. Jim Cornette calls them. Orange Cassidy gets the win, and here comes Speedball, and they're looking at each other because they're going to face each other in that fatal four-way. And who's going to be the next two? It's got to be Ricochet, and it's got to be Orange Cassidy gets the win, Speedball gets the win. Takeshita got the win, so that's 3 right there. So wait, there's 2 more matches. Okay, I'm confused. Was Max and Takeshita? I don't know. I thought that was a Dynasty match or not. Maybe? Sure. I got to look at the bracket. I'm sorry, y'all. But okay, Orange Cassidy and Speedball face to face. You know, now I'm really curious. Let me look it up real quick because I think I messed up here on my notes. Let's see. All right. No. AEW Dynamite. Okay. I might have messed this up, y'all. I'm sorry. Take it away from y'all. You know, I get things messed up too. But let's see. Takeshita versus Max. I thought that was one of the. Let's see. Beast Mortos. Speedball was a tournament match. And okay. All right. Nope. It was an open challenge. Yep. I messed up. Because I was wondering too. I was like, wow. Because I wasn't really paying attention to Max Caster. Let me change my notes. So that was an open challenge. So Speedball and Orange Cassidy are in. Who's going to be in the next 2? I got to say it's more likely going to be Ricochet and I think Mark Briscoe. It's got to come down to that, right? Who's going to face Kenny Omega at Dynasty April 6th? And that's it. That's all. Match of the night. Oof. I got to say Beast versus Speedball debuting here. That was a really great match. Moment of the night, Timeless Tony Storm. So I give this show a solid 3 out of 5. And we're in Fresno, California at the Save Mart Center. Dynamite, March 12th, 2025. Tony, Taz, Excalibur, and JR on commentary. And yeah, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Share with me your thoughts. Drop those comments below. Share your grandma, shove the bum down at Walmart. And I am KMB, the Sexy Ninja. And remember that the New World Podcast is for life, brother.
I stand before you to tell you that this tramp is still the champ.